So I just wanted to add a quick intro to this video. So after I say this intro, I'm going to post the screenshots in chronological order. You can look at the screenshots and then I talk about it afterwards. So if you're a guy, let me explain these screenshots that I just posted. Because if you're on dating sites, this is very important to know what this scam is, so you don't get robbed or so people don't steal money from you or anything. I've seen this scam in a couple different forms. It goes two different ways. It goes either they need gas money or they need money for a babysitter. But this one was kind of scary. I've never seen it go to this extent where somebody was going to actually get into my car, me give them money for a babysitter, take them to the babysitter's house, and then they go pay the babysitter. But they don't have, she didn't mention she didn't say she has the kids with her. She didn't say, like, I got the kids with me, I'm going to take the kids to the babysitter. And, so basically what she's doing is she's going to get money from me and then run into somebody's house. I don't know whose house, maybe her house or boyfriend, something. Or she's just going to run in the backyard and keep running, and take off somewhere. Or maybe I just get robbed by some dude. So it's a total setup. It's a total scam. I didn't predict it fully the way that I thought, but it either goes one way or another. So I didn't want to put captions on each screenshot to explain what was going on. It's just easier if I make a video and talk about it. But yeah, if you're a guy on these dating sites, it's getting... So you remember in the past, girls were always afraid of meeting guys online because they can get raped and all this other stuff, and they had to be really cautious about who they meet. Now it's the other way around, where guys are getting robbed, guys are getting killed, guys are meeting girls, and then the girl's boyfriend, which we don't know exists, are robbing us, killing us. I see this shit all the time. I've seen every form of every scam there is, but this one is kind of scary. So, and it all leads back to these people are either extremely broke, and this is just what they do. I've seen a girl do this before at my house. Earlier this year, there was a girl I was hanging out with, and she was showing me on her phone, because I met her on kind of like a social media site, but like half dating site, half social media site. And so she was showing me the messages she was getting from people on this site, and she was like, yeah, these idiots pay me money because they think I'm going to hang out with them. And she started laughing, and I was like, oof, this is not a good person to be hanging out with. And then why did she pick me to be the one to actually hang out with? So she was showing me, she's like, look at all these people that hit me up, and these idiots send me money, and then I just block them. So like I had already knew the scam before that, but her showing me like just validated there's girls out there that do this shit. And then, there's the body cam videos of people getting murdered and stuff. This shit it's bad, dude. It's fucking bad. Um, and I like the psychology of this stuff to see like what if I can figure out what the scam is and shit like that, and then I play along with it and see if I can kind of be one step ahead of these people, and it's kind of cat and mouse-ish. But yeah, there's a lot of guys out there, even some of my friends who get tricked, and they get robbed, they get beat up, they lose money. It's dangerous, man. So I really feel like I have to talk about these screenshots. So this is what they do on Plenty of Fish, particularly. They've tried to do this to me about 4 or 5 times. And I mentioned this earlier if somebody's seen the post. So it's always a girl who's pretty and under the age of 30. So it could be anywhere from 18 to like 28, 29-ish. They're usually never over that age. And I don't even know. I think they might even use their real pictures. I don't know. A lot of times they use their real phone number. Because I'll see it's an iMessage, going to my iPhone. So sometimes they use their real phone number. But I started using Google Voice. I got smart because I didn't care before if they had my number or not. You just block them and then who cares, But this one, I knew it was a scam, and I was just like, let me just use Google Voice for this. So I gave her a Google Voice number. So so right now it's close to midnight. Earlier in the day, she matches with me, or no, I sent her I sent her a message first because in her profile it said she liked gaming. So I'm not flirting with her or anything. I just ask her, what type of games are you into and stuff. Because that's a genuine question. I'll ask anybody, guy or girl, because I'm one of the top gamers in the world. Not to brag, but so yeah, I ask her about gaming, and she goes right into like, hey, I'm free, you want to hang out? No girl that's pretty on a dating site wants to just hang out within less than 4 sentences. They just want to come over. They haven't looked at my profile. They didn't look at any of my pictures. It says right in my profile, if you read my profile, tell me you're not a bot or a scammer. So she never even read my profile because she never said, hey, I'm not a bot or a scammer. So yeah, so she never read my profile. Who doesn't read a profile or look at pictures and then says, hey, can I come over? Hey, can I spend the night? No, it's fake. So what they do on Plenty of Fish is they do this. They're scamming multiple people. What you could do on these dating sites is you can temporarily deactivate your profile. So they do a scam to somebody, they hurry up, they deactivate their profile so you can't report them. There's no way to get back to their profile to report them because it's deactivated. Even if you have the link or anything like that, when you click it and try to go to their profile and click report, you can't do it because they deactivate their profile. So that's what she did mid-sentence earlier today. So that means she was scamming somebody else. And as she was going through with that, she deactivated her profile, waited a few hours to get that guy out of the picture, moved on to me. So then I messaged her, and I think I I think I have the screenshots of the whole thing, but I was like, yeah, I tried to message you earlier, but it said your profile wasn't available. And she goes, oh, well, are you still free? And I said, yeah. So, she goes, oh, can I have your number? The first thing they want to do is get your number as fast as possible to get you off of the dating site so you can't report them. As soon as they get you off of the dating site and they start texting you, you don't realize as you're texting them, they hurry up and they delete you or block you, whatever, from the dating site. This way you can't go back after the conversation and go back and report them. Because once they lose their profile, sometimes they're fucked. Some of those sites you can't get back on once you get banned, if their technology is good enough. Like Hinge, once you get banned from Hinge, it's really, really fucking hard to get back on Hinge. You could try burner phones, whatever the fuck. They will fucking, they're not having it. Their AI is really up to par. I've been banned on Hinge for this funny video, whatever. So she gets me off the site. Now we're texting, and I'm texting through Google Voice. She keeps trying to call me. I don't answer. I'm not having no sort of initiation with this person. They're not, they're not real. I'm never going to meet them anyways. So she said, so there's two things that I was waiting for. Usually the go-to thing is they say that they have a car. They're going to drive to your house. So you get ready, blah, blah, blah. Say how long is it going to be, whatever. They always get into this rush moment where as soon they can't wait. They get real antsy. They get on the edge of their seat, and all of a sudden they're like, hey, I already left, but I ran out of gas. And it's like, wait, you left? I didn't even give you the address yet. Like, where were you going to? Oh, can you cash app me money? So that's what I thought. That's the direction I thought that this was going in. So I had an address ready for the state trooper police station that's right down the road from me that I was going to give her. So I had that on copy and paste, but she flipped it on me and did the babysitter route. So then she says in the screenshots, hey, my babysitter, it's $60 a night or $80. This is a little bit high because usually they only do the $20 thing. But I figured out why she said it's so high is because she's trying to do a dash. At the end, she's actually going to meet me but dash off with the money, which is crazy. Or I'm going to get robbed. It's one or the other. She wants me to have cash, which is crazy because they usually want everything cash app to them, and they want no contact with you at all. This is the first time that I've went far enough where they wanted to actually meet me in person, give them the money, and then we go to the house, and we'll get to that part. So, she's like, well, how long, when will you be here? Basically, we'll skip to that. She's like, when will you be here? And I'm like, can you get a babysitter this late? It's 11 p.m. Oh yeah, my babysitter's on call. She's ready all the time. So it's like, she didn't even take time. If this babysitter was real, there's no way she could have contacted her. No matter how free a babysitter is, there's no way that she got a call while me and this girl were talking and was just like, yeah, I'm free. I'm free right now at 11 p.m. on Saturday, And so the girl I'm talking to says she lives with her parents and has the 2 kids, and she can't meet at the house because her parents will flip out if she leaves. But she's leaving with the 2 kids. How is she supposed to sneak out of the house with 2 kids that are like, I think she said 2 and 4 years old or something like that? So I played dumb in the beginning, if you see the screenshots. And she goes, it's going to be $60 for 7 hours and $80 for the night. Now, another thing about that is possible prostitution. That's another thing that crossed my mind, because I've had that happen to me before, where a girl wanted to hang out, and I was like, oh, this is a scammer. And as it progressed, the girl was like, you know, you have to pay me for my time, basically. And I was like, oh, she's real, but she's a prostitute. That's what this is. And I don't know if it was a prostitute or a cop. I was just like, no, thank you. So it also could be that, but I don't think so. I think it's more of the grab and dash technique, or get robbed technique. So yeah, so she says that, you know, the babysitter's rate is this and that. So I worded in a way that she goes, are you okay with that? She didn't directly say I have to pay for it, but I know that's what she meant. So she said, are you okay with that? And I said, yeah, I'm okay if you have kids. No problem. You know, that's what I said. Because I want this to string this along and waste her time. So I say, look, I'm about an hour away. She says, okay, can you call me when you're about 20 minutes away? So I'm thinking, okay, when I'm 20 minutes away, I'm going to call her, and then she's going to say, cash at me the money. Because no way is she going to meet me and I'm going to give her cash. You know, they just don't do that usually. So I say, okay, I'm leaving now. They always get real antsy at this part. And right away, I start getting a lot of messages and phone calls. She's calling. I'm not answering. I'm like, hey, I'm trying to drive. And I'm typing real fucked up so it looks like I'm actually driving. And she's like, well, can you send me a picture of you driving so I know you're actually driving? No, I'm not going to send her a fucking picture of me. I don't use my real age. I don't use my real name on dating sites because of this bullshit right here. And when I talk to an actual girl who's fucking normal, and I have to tell them my real age and my real name, once I know that they're okay to tell them that, they're like, are you hiding a girlfriend from me? Why did you lie about your name and your age? I'm like, you know the shit that we go through? Motherfuckers are trying to rob us every day on these fucking dating sites. Like, yeah, I'm not giving my real fucking info. You could either be from a scammer from India, a scammer from Ghana, or a fucking scammer in America that's trying to fucking kill me and beat my ass and rob me. Like, you know, girls don't understand. We go through this a lot. There's guys getting set up every day on this bullshit. And these people don't care. They do not care if they go to jail over $80 or $20. They don't care. If you're on fentanyl, they do not care what happens to them. They only care about getting high. And that's usually what it is fentanyl. So yeah. So they really get antsy once they think that you're headed there and everything. They're like, ooh. They try to speed everything up. You know, when you going to get here? What can you cash at me? Blah, blah, blah. In this instance, it really threw me off because I'm like, hey, I'm almost there. It's about 20 minutes, you know. I'm going to pull up to the front of the gas station. And now I'm running out of ideas because I haven't been in this situation where somebody was going to actually meet me. Now, I know what you're probably saying. You're probably thinking, well, what if this person is real? They're not. They are not real. They are really there to try to fuck me up. That's about as real as it gets. No, the whole fucking thing is shady as shit. So, and it's crazy because gas stations have cameras everywhere. These people do not care about technology and cameras. I am a fucking nerd when it comes to security cameras. You guys have seen all the security shit that I'm into. These criminals, these people, whatever you want to label this girl, guy combo, whatever the fuck is going on, they do not give a fuck. Have you guys seen on like county sheriff pages and shit like that lately when they're looking for suspects? Motherfuckers are robbing stores now without any mask on at all. They're just going in stores. You can see their face plain as day on the camera from all different angles in 4K quality, no mask at all. It's like, what the fuck are these people doing? And it's not even just old people who are dumb, who are still living in the 90s, who, you know, the technology hasn't adapted. It's young people too that are robbing places and just like looking right at the camera as they walk past it. Like these people just don't give a fuck. Technology is everywhere. It's right in my hand right now as I'm filming this. You know what I'm saying? That the insane AI chat GPT, and you think you're gonna rob somebody and get away with it? You think you're gonna rob a store and get away with it? No. But these people are stupid. They'll still fucking do it. And I can't stress that enough. That's why I'm making this video. For the few friends that I do have that are on these dating sites, man, peep the fucking stop signs in the red lights. Yeah, so it threw me in a loop when I said, "Hey, I'm almost there, 20 minutes." So then I say like, "Hey, my phone is dying," you know? So then I threw, you know, I want her to admit what the catch is of her asking me for money, because she didn't kind of really didn't directly do it. So I said, "You know, the babysitter is good, right? Like, you already paid her, you made sure the babysitter is good, or do you pay her tomorrow when I drop you off?" This is when she goes ballistic, because she already thought the money was in, you know, in her hand. She's like, "What? I told you earlier. You know, I told you earlier the money. I said 60, 80. You said, okay." And I was like, "Well, whoa, wait a minute. You know," I said, "I thought that's, you know, you were paying the babysitter." And I said, "Yeah, I'm okay if you pay the babysitter." I go, but I have cash on me. You know, I got enough on me where we could pay her." And then the messages get weird where she's like, you know, it gets confusing. The lie gets confusing. It's like, "Well, what do you know, how are we going to pay her? You want me, if you want me to pay the babysitter, how are we going to do this?" Because usually the scammers, they'll say, "Well, cash app the babysitter or cash app me and I'll pay the babysitter." She didn't say that. So that threw me in a loop. And I'm like, now what the fuck do I say? So I'm like, "Okay, I'll give you money then." I said, "I got money on me." And she goes, "Well, if you don't got the money, you know, we'll go, there's an ATM in front of the gas station." That's even fucking scarier. ATMs have cameras. So like, if she did rob me, you know, there's a whole paper trail. So now my phone is ringing right now from another phone number, from a whole different city, because I blocked her original number. So the original town was Doylesburg. Now she's calling me from Phillipsburg, while I'm recording this. So hold on, no, right, it stopped. It went to voicemail. So yeah, so I blocked her, and now she's calling me on Google Voice, and the Google Voice forwards to my phone. So yeah, that's funny. So where was I? So yeah, she wants me to go to the ATM, get money out, give it to her, and then we drive to the babysitter's house. Then she goes inside the babysitter's house, gives her the money, and then comes back to my car. It doesn't make any sense. So where's the kids in all this? She's gonna drag the kids out in what is it, 10-degree weather or something drag the kids out. She's not supposed to leave because her parents are strict, even though I don't remember her age, late 20s or something, I don't remember. So her parents won't let her leave, so she has to sneak out with these two kids that are like 2 and 4 to the gas station, jump in my car, we go to the babysitter's house. If it's a babysitter, how old is the babysitter? If the babysitter is young, their parents are cool with this girl just popping up at midnight with her kids, you know? So that's weird, you know? So, you know, she's just like, "Yeah, get the money, and then I'll jump in your car. We'll go to the babysitter, and then I'll get out of the car and then go to the house." So that part is scary. That's where I cut it off at, because there was nowhere to go really from that point on. and I don't know, there's no more of the conversation to do. So yeah, it just very, very weird situation, very, very scary. And now they're persistently calling me because they want money. If it was somebody that was just stood up, they would just say, oh, okay, I'm stood up. I'm stood up and I'm blocked, fuck it. But they're persistently trying to call me and text me. No way is this scenario real. I've been through it before in different variations of it. It's all a scam. It's all a scam. The first time I halfway fell for it because I didn't know what the scam was. The first time it happened, I actually took a shower and got ready to pick the person up. And then they were like, oh, cash at me money. I'm abandoned at the gas station. And I was like, I didn't even give you my address. So after then, I got privy to it. I was like, oh, these people will actually give you their number, sometimes even use their real picture, because they'll get verified, and then hurry up, block you on the site, and then waste your time on the phone, have you get ready to meet them, so that they're coming over, or you're going to meet them, or you're going to go out somewhere. These are the scary type of scammers, because these are the American scammers. The Nigerian and the Indian scammers, they do things in a different way, and I could do a whole other video on that. The American scammers are the scariest because they're real people who want to rob you, and they're local. And so, if you don't know the trick that you're falling for, they have your info. They have your picture and they have your phone number. Sometimes they have your address. You don't know what they're doing with all that stuff, Usually they just toss it all away and they go on to the next person. They're just jumping from person to person. So the info is, once the scam doesn't go through, they're just like, and then they move on to the next person, But you don't know what they're going to do with that information. So always leave a fake age, fake name. If you can, leave a fake location. Just say a location that's somewhere near you. Use a VPN if you can, and use a fake location. Anytime somebody asks me where I live, I just give them a roundabout figure. There's tons of small towns around me, so I don't have to say what town I'm in. You would have to guess out of the 35, 40 small towns around me which one I'm in out of the entire county. So like if a dating site pings my location and says that I live somewhere, it's not always accurate. But yeah, that's crazy. So I'm gonna post this video with all the screenshots and try to put it in chronological order.